Okay, it says I'm live now. Um, Anybody that's out there that's in the comment section, let me know if you can hear me through my my headset here, and I'll go through all the introductions and all that good stuff. Just let me know in the comment section if you can hear me real well, or if I need to take this off. I'm flying solo today. More on that in a few seconds. Hold on. What's up, Matt? Thank you. So you can hear me real well without any issues. Am I good? All right. All right. Hold on one second. Okay. What's up? Got a few people in the chat, of course. Matt Jacobson, Gojo 851, always down for me as he always is. Thank you so much. David F. Dopko, my co-host, what's going on? Liam Foley. Um, Again, thank y'all so much. Um, and yes, you are watching the Collect All Monsters YouTube channel. And I'm flying solo today to discuss my 2021 Kaiju collectible or figure haul. Um, and it feels weird because normally I would have the rest of my co-hosts here. You know what I mean? But it's weird not having them. But I know they're out there doing well. You know, David's in the chat right now. Godzilla Train 1090. What's going on, Adrian? What's up, Kaiju Battle? What's up, Michael? So again, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to come up here so I can talk about just the two or three figures that I bought for myself in the year 2021. And the reason why I wanted to do this because, you know, with the show Collect All Monsters, as you know, has been going on for 2 years strong, and which has been a blast. Every single episode, every single discussion, everything that we have done on that channel, with the support of y'all, has been an awesome experience. But the co-host and I have been talking for the past like week and some change, and we decided that moving forward, we're going to try and do more collaborative effort type of things, where we might bring some new outside people into the channel to, to bring about discussions and shows and stuff like that. And myself, along with Kyle and everybody else on the show, we have access to the channel, so we can do our own little side projects on this channel outside of the main shows. So we're going to be doing that moving forward, where we're going to bring a lot more content to the channel outside of the main monthly show. And this is like one of the first. I mean, outside of the stuff we already done before with David's, collectors chats or spotlights, whatever. But starting this year, we're going to be reaching out to more people and new people, I think, and just doing more collaborative effort type of content. Hold on one second. Hold on. Bear with me. Now, for me, this is what I've gotten this year in the year 2021, and it's like, you know what? It's like whenever I put this stuff together at the end of the year, it's like a moment of clarity because then you realize, wow, did I spend that much over the year? Um, Good God Almighty, like it's not really about not about how much you spend. It's about just the great stuff that has came out throughout the span of 1 year. Some stuff we forgot about, some stuff that has kind of slipped our minds, whatever. And then we walk up to our rooms and like, wait a minute, I bought that this year, or I bought that this year. So putting all this stuff together is really a reminder that this year has been really well. I haven't had really any bad years collecting, but this is just like again, it's like a moment of clarity. And these are just figures. I also got books and a few other media and stuff like that over the year. But yes, these are the figures, the main figures. And normally it will be an X Plus haul because I'm the X Plus guy. I normally do the X Plus thing. Majority of my purchases are X Plus. But this year in particular, I kind of dipped outside of X Plus more so than usual and got some model kits. I got a certain gigantic three-headed dragon from another company that's not X Plus. Um, so it was really fun to really just go into all these different companies. What we do on Collecting Our Monsters anyway? We celebrate the Kaiju collectibles, not just to X Plus, but to everybody. SH Monster Arts, Marmots, model kits, just everything. If it's a Kaiju collectible from a reputable company, we are covering that. So it makes it more appropriate that I'm doing my haul here on this awesome channel of Collect All Monsters. Let me check in with the chat one more time before I go into what I've gotten this year, of course, again, Liam Foley, David Dopko. Um, yes. So thank y'all so much. Kaiju Cast, what's up, Kyle? What's going on? So yeah. Now before we get into that, let me just talk about the year of 2021. Um, outside of this right fast. And I think from a kaiju fan's perspective, we had a good year. We had, the finally they released Godzilla versus Kong. Even though I know some folks are probably sick to death of that film, but you can't deny the fact that even if you're a fan of the film or not, it was a fun time. In the build up to that film and when it was released. Not to mention we got Singular Point after that. So from a media standpoint, movies or anime or whatever, it's been a really, really good year. And I'm looking forward to Shin Ultraman. I think that's coming out this year, as a matter of fact. And what else they may try to do to follow up on that, or what else Toho may decide to do, or if Legendary continues the MonsterVerse or whatever. We don't know at this point. But Godzilla vs Kong really was really a fun time. You know what? Let me amend that. Let me amend that. It was fun for the people that got it. Meaning that, of course, I was very, very pro Kong. I was an advocate for Team Kong, and it was fun going back and forth with Team Godzilla, with some of the folks at Team Godzilla, and and a lot of y'all got it. Y'all understood. It was just friendly banter between Team Kong and Team Godzilla, and it was a fun banter back and forth. It wasn't meant to be taken personally or personal attacks, but y'all were really fun. A good chunk of y'all were really fun. But there were some psycho fans out there that I saw, not y'all, but some psycho fans that I saw like on YouTube videos when they were starting pushing out the trailers more. And some of the comments that I saw, God Almighty, the fact that we are walking among these people. Oh my God. Oh my God. Because I see some comments, like, no joke. Like, one guy commented that said, if Kong wins, I'm leaving the movie theater. Or if Kong wins, I'm going to demand my money back. Oh my God. But it seemed like also in the hype of that film, it's like it was fun to be in the build up for it, but it seemed like there were a lot of complaints about the film. They complained that there were no trailers that they brought out for the film prior to early last year. Then they brought out pretty much every single trailer, and people complained about that. They complained they pushed up the release date from May to March. They complained that they put it on streaming services versus having to go to the theater. At the time, the pandemic was still in full force. It still is to a certain extent, but it was more dangerous back then. They complain about that. It's like they complain about pretty much everything. But looking at the fact that they could have just scrapped this film altogether, and I was one of the ones that kept on saying, "Let's just enjoy the ride." Excuse me. Let's just enjoy the ride. But a lot of fans didn't really see it that way. But it was a fun time, even though my boy lost, and I take that on the chin. Kong lost. I give the Team Godzilla. Y'all, it is fine. I will take it on the chin, but we can't deny that the movie was a fun ride. It really was a fun ride. And again, Singular Point, I haven't got to the show yet, but I've heard so many great things about the show. Um, I'm definitely going to go into it at some point. But again, between Godzilla vs. Kong and Singular Point, from a media standpoint, it was a great, 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 great year. It was also a great year for me personally outside of the collectibles because, Sandra and I did a kaiju collectible type of road trip where we saw, Mr. Fresh Bonner, Richard Iso, the fine folks at Kaiju Live, AJ, Kelly, Frank, and Abby. Then we stopped through Philly and saw our great friend on Collectible Monsters, our, everybody's favorite photographer besides David, John Ruffin, saw him. And we got a couple figures coming out of that trip. So I can't really say this was a bad year. Of course, there were some bad moments here and there because we all go through bad moments, right? But this by and large has been a great, great, great year for me. And I'm looking forward to great, 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 great things in the year of 2022. And before we go into 2022, let's talk about the stuff that I got for myself in the year of 2021. Now, because back then my mind used to be sharper where I can tell you I got this figure on that month and this figure on that month. I can't do that. I can't do that. So I'm just I'm just going to tell you what I got based off everything that's assembled here in my collection right now, or at least in this display right now. All right. So I got my hands on the Rick edition of the Death for Real Gamma 96, the Rick edition of the Death for Real Gamma 99, the standard edition of the Death for Real Godzilla 89. I double dipped on the Death for Real Serizawa, both standard and Rick. I got the Rick Death for Real Mecca Godzilla 75, the Death for Real Standard by Alante. I got the standard for myself. I got the Rick for Sandra. I got the Death for Real Standard Space Godzilla and the Death for Real Rick. And it's right there in front of me, but I can't think of his name. The Death for Real Rick Godzilla 2000 from Mega Gearus. I got the 25 centimeter Rick exclusive Burner Godzilla 2019. I got the 30 centimeter Rick exclusive Mecha Godzilla with the rainbow colored, light up eyes. Of course, everybody's, at least not everybody, but a lot of people who think will win figure of the year when it comes to X Plus. I got the 30 centimeter Megalon. I got the 30 centimeter, I guess 12-inch, Allosaurus from 1 million years BC. I'll get to the comment section later on. I got the 25 centimeter Rick exclusive Godzilla 2002. I got my hands on two different versions of the Roto Kaiju Kong. I got the drunk Kong as well as the first Kong with his hands were up. Whew, I love those. God almighty. I got my hands on the 25 centimeter Rick exclusive Jiger. I got my hands on a built up kit of the Resin Chef 1965 Rodan from Monster Zero. I got my hands on the 25 centimeter X Plus Gamma in 1971. And I got the Rick edition with the flying Gamma. Whew, that thing's cool. The Favorite Sculptors line Rodan 56 from X Plus. The Rick. I got the Billiken Gargantuas recently. Ooh, man, I can't wait. I can't wait to dive into that video. The Mondo Mothra 2003. Oh my God. Seriously, if you have not gotten the Mondo Mothra 2003, you missed out because this thing is awesome. It's so awesome. I got a review on my channel. Please check it out. I got the clear version 30 centimeter Burning Godzilla 95 Rick exclusive. I got my hands on the rebirth version Godzilla 95 from X Plus. That was the most recent video I got on my channel. Please check it out. Of course, the X Plus 92 Mothra standard edition. Of course, thank you to my beautiful wife Sandra, David F. Dotco, AJ from Kaiju Live, and Richard Eso. I got my hands on the KOC 1964 Godzilla kit. I got my hands on the 25 centimeter Rodan 2019 Rick exclusive. Oh boy, yeah, I'll go into that later. I got my hands on the gigantic Burning Godzilla 2019. Of course, Sandra and I are co-owners of that. We get down to the nitty gritty here. I got my hands on the 30 centimeter Skull Crawler from Skull Island, or Star Ace, I should say. Yeah, Skull Island Star Ace S Plus, you know what I'm talking about. Of course, the gigantic Favorite Sculptors line 1954 Godzilla. And of course, last and certainly but not least, my favorite acquisition of the year 2021, the Spiral Studios gigantic size, yes, gigantic size, King Ghidorah / Monster Zero 2019. And those are the figures I got in my haul. Wow. And this is a result of me putting in a lot of hours, putting in a lot of miles, picking up and delivering lots of loads. This is a result of hard work. And I want to thank pretty much everybody who has helped me get figures this year, or who has had a hand in me getting these figures, whereas my beautiful wife Sandra, the fine folks at Kaiju Live, awesome collector. I got some stuff on Mondo Mothra, eBay. Got to give you a huge shout out to eBay. I got the Billiken Gargantua from them. David F. Dotco, just a lot of people helped me secure these figures that you see before you, and thank you so much for doing that. Also got my hands on. As you can see, I got this shirt from Cavity Colors, the 74 Godzilla, which should make John really happy. I got the Mecca Godzilla shirt. I got Sandra the 54 shirt, and I got her. I got her this shirt too, but it's all black. You know what I mean? I got my hands on a few Toe special effects books. You see them on the show. Mothra 2003, Godzilla 68, 71, Godzilla, Mania, Anguirus. Just lots and lots of books. Of course, I got this book from Godzilla vs. Kong, courtesy of my great friend John Ruffin. So all in all, I have been truly blessed with the stuff that I gotten this year. My God, again, when you get all the stuff that you've gotten in 1 year together, it gives you a moment of clarity. It gives you a moment to say, you know what? I really got a lot this year, you know. But again, it makes you it reminds you of what you did get, because I think that's something that a lot of us collectors we tend to do. We tend to look for what is next, what's the next cool toy, what's the next big thing that's coming, and tend to forget about some of the great stuff that we got along the way. You know what I mean? But this is great. This is great. Let me hit up the comment section, see what y'all been saying right fast. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Okay, y'all chatting up in there. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Um, oh, Fancy as of Cats. My brother Nate is a massive fan of yours. He is tech. I can't talk. He's not that big word. It's not great, but watches all your videos and the Collect All Monsters group videos. Shout out to Nate in Wisconsin. It will blow his mind. Well, shout out to Nate in Wisconsin. Thank you for watching Collect All Monsters. On behalf of myself, Kyle, John, David, Christine, we really do appreciate you watching us and supporting us and being there for us. And we will repay that by giving y'all great, 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 great content coming in the year of 2022. But again, this has been a wonderful year, and I cannot be happier, especially with the Spiral Studios King Ghidorah. I've been waiting for a gigantic size King Ghidorah for a long time, because you know King Ghidorah is my favorite villain from the Godzilla universe, and to see this thing in person and to see Spiral Studios pull this off is is it's awesome. It's kind of hard to put into words, quite frankly. You know what I mean? But you know what? I do have some rapid fire questions that I'm going to give to myself. Because that's what I do. I don't know why I always come up with these rapid fire questions to stump people. I do it from a place of love, kind of. All right, here's some rapid fire questions. All right, my top five favorite figure acquisitions of the year 2021. I know I covered this on our last episode of Collect All Monsters, but in this order, of course, the top one is Spiral Studios King Ghidorah. Then it's the KOC 64. Then it's the Mondo 2003. Then Mondo Mothra 2003. Then it's the Roto Kaiju Kong, and then it's the gigantic Favorite Sculptors line 54. Those are my top favorite figure acquisitions of this year. All right, what was my most surprising figure acquisition? I guess a figure that I didn't expect to get, but I got it anyway. And again, the KOC 64. I wasn't expecting to get that, even though David was on the show, kept on telling me over the months, it's like, man, you need to get it. You need to get it. You need to try and get it. I was like, because my money was tied up with other things. And plus, I had the M164, and I thought I was content with that. And it's a great, 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 great figure. And in my opinion, it's the definitive 64. But the KOC, oh my God. Oh boy. Oh my God. That thing, you know what? That's going to be a video coming soon where I'm going to showcase, or at least I will try to determine which one is better, the M164 or the KOC 64. That right there scares the crap out of me, because I love them both. And oh God, that would be a side video coming on Collect All Monsters. But I'm not gonna be in a rush for that, because oh my God, it's like picking your favorite child, and I mean that literally. Okay. All right. Highlights of the year. Um, Again, the Spiral Studios King Ghidorah, that was a real highlight. Of course, the road trip that Sandra and I did, that was a great, great highlight. Um, Me being immortalized in a way. Actually, as a matter of fact, everybody being immortalized on that awesome Collectible Monster shirt. I should have wore it. I forgot to wear it because I wanted to wear this one. But y'all know that Collectible Monsters, painting that John Bellotti Jr. did, Robo 7 did of all of us, where he recreated that old Godzilla King of the Monsters poster. And that was really an awesome highlight. Just to see my fat face doing this. I'm gonna do it for you. Hold on. To see that imprinted on a shirt, and now it's on mugs, it's on pillows, it's on t-shirts, coffee mugs, pillows. That that's an awesome feeling to have. You know what I mean? It really was an awesome feeling to have. Um, my favorite episodes of Collect All Monsters this year. I really like the '70s one, and not because I came up with the idea, but you know me, I love the '70s Godzilla films. So that was a really fun episode. I think pretty much every single episode that we did this year was really really cool. But the ones that I go back to the most is the '70s one, and I actually love the one that we covered for King Kong versus Godzilla in the build up to Godzilla versus Kong. Because around that time, everybody was talking about Godzilla versus Kong, but very few people were talking about the original version. And I've always said we wouldn't have the new version without the old one. So I was surprised that a lot more people, at least what I've seen, wasn't really talking about the old one. And I can understand people were all into the new one, blah blah blah. But you know that somebody had to talk about the original. So that was still a fun discussion, talk about the original King Kong versus Godzilla. So those are my two favorite episodes this year. All right, we're going to do some comparisons now. All right. In my opinion, what was the better Rodan collectible of the year 2021? The X Plus Rodan 2019 or the Favorite Sculptors line Rodan 56? The Favorite Sculptors line Rodan 56, hands down. And honestly, I have never really been a big fan of the original version of Rodan. My favorite version is the 64, which the crew on Collect All Monsters when I was out in October didn't do a lot of justice to. Y'all laid waste to the 64 Rodan. Good God Almighty. I was on the cruise when that show happened. And when I finally got back to the States, because I didn't have like servers out there in the ocean. But when I finally got to the episode, I'm sitting there watching that episode. It was a fun episode, but when they were going in on the Rodan 64, I was like, oh my God, don't do my boy like that. Don't do my boy like that. But get back to the Rodans, it's like, and I'm cool with the 2019 version. You know what I mean? But between the two, I actually think the 56 is better, even though it does have a lean issue. Over time, it will develop a lean. But between the two, I actually prefer the 56. Oh boy, Jesus Christ! In my opinion, the better Mothra collectible between these two, the X Plus Mothra 92 or the Mondo Mothra 2003. Oh my God! Oh boy! Oh my God! The Mondo takes it ever so slightly. Don't look. Don't shortchange the 92 because that figure is awesome. But between the two, it kind of goes back to my favorite incarnation of that particular monster, and I actually prefer the 2003 version of Mothra over the 92. So that is what gives Mondo the edge here because they both are amazing. They're both colorful. They're both beautiful. But I gotta go with Mondo on this. All right. What is my favorite X Plus collectible acquisition of this year? Again, the favorite sculptors line Gigantic 54. Was my favorite Rick exclusive X Plus figure acquisition. And actually it's the Rebirth 95. I love this thing. And my God, if you I'm putting this close to the camera. Here you go. Come on. There you go. There you go. Look at that. The adult Godzilla Jr. Oh my God. You need to get this guy in your collection. I think Awesome Collector still has some. You can find some on eBay. If just that iconic moment of seeing him, be resurrected, in the radiation, dense fog at the final moments of Destroyer. It's like just seeing him become a new Godzilla this is a satisfying figure to have because there's a story. There's an awesome story built around it. And also, you know what? I'm just thinking about this, which is kind of sad because at the end of the film, Godzilla dies, right? But what if when we see Junior become a new Godzilla, and of course we see him roar, and of course that could be interpreted as him claiming to be the new king of the monsters. But what if that's Junior crying out for his father, but yet he's getting no response? Oh my God, I'm about to cry. I'm about to cry. Okay. You never thought about that, didn't you? You never thought about that. Oh, that's so depressing. Can you imagine that if that's Junior and he's crying out for his dad is no longer around? Okay, let's get back to the fun. Let's get back to the fun. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. The figure acquisition I was most disappointed in, and the Rodan 2019 from X Plus. I'm sorry. I mean, the sculpt is great, and the stand doesn't really bother me, even though I know some folks don't really like the stand. But the Rick exclusive addition or accessory to that figure, the orange patches, whatever on his wings, it wasn't good enough. I'm sorry. It was lackluster at best. To me, the Death of Real Rodan 2019 did a better job with what they did with the magma colors on the wings or whatever. It seemed like Etfa just phoned this one in, and I was really disappointed by that. If I would known that the dull orange patches would have been so muted, or would have been dull, I probably would have went for the standard. You know what I mean? But that was one I was like, looking back on it now, I was like, I'm disappointed in that. Most disappointed in that. Everything else, I'm pretty much satisfied with. The figure acquisition, I was most surprised over. The one that really impressed me more than I thought that it would. And again, the Mondo Mothra. I had no idea that thing was going to be as impressive and awesome that it was. You know, um, that Mondo Mothra is amazing. Again, I know Mothra has a kind of like a hit or miss connection with the fans. Some people think she has been overutilized and overused. But in terms of collectibles, in my opinion, and David can vouch for this because he got it in his hands too, or in his possession. This is one of the best collectibles of Mothra out there. Mondo did a superb job. They did an outstanding job with that Mothra, and please get your hands on that. Okay, the figure or collectible that got away, meaning a figure or collectible that I wanted to get, but I didn't get a chance to get it. And actually, there's two. Even though I'm not a really big fan of this design, I do dig it, but the figure looks great considering what I've seen thus far. And that's the Sakai Godzilla 2000. I wish I would have got my hands on that, but I had the gigantic. And again, I'm not really a big fan of the maquette design of Godzilla 2000. I prefer more the suit accurate version. But that's Sakai that just came out recently, or a couple of months ago, I should say, or about a month ago. That thing looks great. So I really wish I would got my hands on that. And the Damagen trilogy. I wish I would have got my hands on the Arrow Blu-ray set, the Damagen trilogy. Um, I really didn't put forth an effort to try and get that set. But then once it came out and once Kyle told me about it and all the bells and whistles that came with it, I'm kicking myself in the foot because I wish I would have got it at the time that it came out. So those are the two that kind of got away from me. The Damagen trilogy from Arrow and, of course, the Sakai Godzilla 2000. Okay, what I wanted to see come out this year, but unfortunately didn't. Well, last year, I should say. And I honestly, and I understand delays and issues do happen with these production companies. I get it. Um, but I kind of wish we would have saw Mecca King Ghidorah from '91 because again, that movie celebrated 30 years last year, and I understand that from X Plus they have not had the best history when it comes to making King Ghidorah figures. I get that. I understand that, but I kind of wish that there was a time to bring out Mecha King Ghidorah after teasing for so long. It should have been done last year. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, we don't know when it's coming out. If it is coming out, it probably still is, but we just don't know when. Also, last year, I'm surprised that S Plus didn't really do anything involving the 20-year anniversary of GMK, not to my knowledge. Um, and considering that S Plus and Star Ace have been doing these Harryhausen figures, whatever, they've been dipping outside of Godzilla and the Japan tokusatsu scene when it comes to making characters or figures. I'm surprised nobody has done anything involving Gorgo, like something involving Gorgo. Gorgo celebrated 60 years last year. You know what I mean? And I was thinking the Xbox was going to do something with Gorgo, something like that, right? But it didn't happen. So again, Mecha King Ghidorah, Gorgo, something from GMK. It's just weird that nothing came out from those respective properties. But hey, it is what it is. And finally, what do I want to see come out next year? Oh my God. Next year, again, King Kong versus Godzilla celebrates 60 years, and we got that gigantic kit from X Plus coming out. I know they still can't touch Kong because of the whole rights situation, but I still want to see something coming from that film. But the one film I want to see something, at least a lot, come out of, because over the recent years, or at least a couple of years, we've been getting a lot of stuff from Godzilla vs. Biollante. We've gotten a lot of stuff from that film in terms of, the Gigantic 89. They're going to reissue the Gigantic 89 as a light up from what I understand. We got the Death of Real Biollante. We got the Death of Real 89 Godzilla. We've gotten the SH Monster Arts 89 that came out this year. isn't Mezco or somebody doing figure articulated with sounds and all the good stuff for the '89 Godzilla? The Mondo '89 Godzilla came out this year, last year I should say. So we've been getting a lot of stuff from Biollante, right? We've been getting a lot of stuff from Biollante. But the one film I want to see them go all out. I want them to kick that daggone door in and just give us every single thing they can from this film. Gigan. We need a lot of stuff from Gigan. I want a gigantic Gigan. I want them to do another. I want them to do a '72 Godzilla, even though that suit was looking kind of ragged at the tail end of that film. But between the four films that suit was in, the '72 is my favorite version. So I want to see something from that. The Godzilla Tower. Oh my God, we need something from that. Um, they don't have to touch King Ghidorah because he wasn't looking that good, as well as Anguirus in that film. But Godzilla, the Godzilla Tower, and Gigan, we need something substantial from at least one of those three from these major companies this year. If we're up to me, here's what I would do. I want to see X Plus do a gigantic version of Gigan. I want to see Mondo either do, because Bachelor celebrates 30 years this year too. I want to see I want to see Mondo do at least an adult Bachelor the same way they did the Mondo Mothra. That would be cool. Have and you know what would be so cool about that? You can have Bachelor like holding the that Ferris wheel where he smashes that into Godzilla. Remember that in the film? That would be a cool thing. But I also want to see Mondo do a highly detailed Godzilla tower, and I want to see Roto Kaiju produce a giant kit of the giant gorilla 1962 King Kong to go up against the X Plus Gigantic series, Godzilla 1962. That's what I want to see from next year. But oh my God, Guy again, we need, please, if any toy companies out there that are listening to this, or if anybody's out there that can get the word to these companies, tell them to kick that door in when it comes to Guy again. We need so much from that movie. And can you believe that? Guy again celebrates 50 years this year. He is 50 years old. And for a monster that's only been in what, 3 films outside of the Zone Fighter episode, that monster is so cool and so awesome. And considering how the awesome Mecca Godzilla is from the gigantic series, can you imagine what a gigantic Gigan would be? You know what I mean? I think, we love Godzilla in the gigantic series, versions of Godzilla himself in the gigantic series 54, 64, 89, Shin 62, 2019. But the Mecca Godzilla was like a great change of pace. It was a great breath of fresh air, you know what I mean? Because it wasn't Godzilla technically. So them going to new directions by giving us non-Godzilla gigantics is a great thing. And just continue that trend by giving us the other cool cyborg for the 1970s, show a version of Guy again. They teased it a few years ago. I have not forgot that, and I will keep on talking about that until we get it. And again, like I mentioned, Mecha King Ghidorah should have been released last year in the honor of the 30th anniversary of that film. It would be almost a crime against humanity if we don't get a gigantic Guy again sometime this year or something substantial from that movie. So that's what I want to see this upcoming year. But that's basically it with my haul. Again, I want to thank every single one of you that has supported Collectible Monsters that have been here this afternoon on this stream, celebrating, or at least sharing this moment with me about what I've gotten for myself in the year of 2021. And again, thank you to my beautiful wife, Sandra, of course, my co-host on Collectible Monsters, John, David, Christine, Kyle, the fine folks at Kaiju Live, Jason from Awesome Collector, the Monterake people, eBay people, just anybody that I've gotten a figure from that has helped me secure these cool acquisitions here. I want to thank y'all so much. I really do appreciate it. Now, before we get up out of here, let me talk about, I think, 2 more things, and then that'll be it. Again, we're going to be doing more side projects to add more content to the channel moving forward. And I didn't get a chance to talk about this when I popped on the celebration stream, or 2-year celebration stream that we did on the Collectible Monsters Collectors Facebook group. I didn't get a chance to say anything about this because I was in and out, really. But moving forward, we're going to do a versus challenge. The versus challenge where I know you've seen it, where like a hip hop artist and another hip hop artist do battle, and they go like hit for hit for hit for hit for hit. Like, for example, like what would happen if if Mariah Carey went up against Beyonce, something like that, right? But we're gonna do it with collectibles, and we're gonna go back and forth, and then y'all will decide on that particular show or stream who has the better set of collectibles. And it's not really meant to really just throw shade at anybody. It's just really not only it's meant to just you know just to have some fun, some friendly competition, and celebrate some of the personal picks that we have that make up our collections. So that will be something that I'm going to be implementing moving forward. Collect all monsters versus we'll be doing, highly detailed, gigantics, just anything Kaiju collectible. And don't be surprised if you get the invitation, or you. This is open for anybody to come aboard and have some good, clean fun. And secondly, I'm in charge of the X Plus Figure of the Year stuff, um, which I'm in the process of finalizing that right now. I know I teased a few of the categories on the X Plus Collective Facebook group a couple of days ago. And I'm going to finish out with the rest of the categories come next week. There's going to be at least 8 categories. But I'm not doing this alone. The awesome people, the awesome crew of the Monsters with Attitude show, Adrian, Cody, Thomas, Ben, Charles, they're going to help me with deciding the figure of the year, or at least help me announce it. So I think what's going to happen is they're going to do a show, I believe, on their channel where they talk about basically all the categories that I put together, and they'll talk about from their own personal perspectives what or who they think should win a particular category. Then at a later date, more likely probably be the weekend after Collect All Monsters. We either probably do it on my personal channel. More likely we'll probably do it here if everybody on the Collect All Monsters co-hosts are cool with that. We may do it here, and we will announce who will win the overall X Plus Figure of the Year, as well as the other categories I put together, like favorite Rick exclusive figure, or just it's kind of hard to think right now because all this awesomeness in front of me. But that's what's going to be happening in the next couple of weeks. So please stay tuned for that. But that is it. I think this pulled off really well. I was really nervous prior to me coming up here. I was having butterflies in my stomach, which I haven't had butterflies in a long time because I've been doing this for a while. But I think it's a good thing when you have butterflies because you're anxious, you want everything to do well. And I think so far this has been a great showing. Um, and I know my other co-hosts talked about their hauls on the show on Collect All Monsters Facebook group last week. But you never know what other content us hosts will come up here outside of the main shows. Just know that more awesomeness and more content is still coming. So please stay tuned for that. All right. So that's pretty much it. What I want to show you. Oh, by the way, today is Nakajima's birthday. Haruo Nakajima's birthday. And to plug that, our next episode of Collect All Monsters, we're going to be celebrating suit actors and our favorite collectibles from those suit actors. Not just Nakajima, Satsuma, Kitagawa, the guy who played the GMK Godzilla and Legion. I think Shinoda, I think that's his name. Hiroshi Sakita, who played the Brown Gargantua, Mechanic Kong, Evera, the 3 guys who played Godzilla in the 70s films from 73 to 74 and 75. We're going to talk about all these guys and celebrate our favorite collectibles from those great actors' performances on our next episode of Collect All Monsters going down in a couple weeks. 2 weeks from today on January 15th. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, I give to you my figure or collectible 2021 haul. Yeah. Whew. That's it. I'm done. I'm about to go watch something involving Nakajima. Oh, and Mizuno. Kun Mizuno. She celebrates her birthday today. So I might watch Monster Zero or Sea Monster. Why don't you watch one of those films? Right? Yeah. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. I had fun putting this together. Now I have to put everything back where they came from, and they're all going to different places. It's like people going to different parts of the country. And I'm so looking forward to putting this back together again. All right, but that's it. I'm done. So again, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see y'all again on next episode of Collect All Monsters. And again, be on the lookout for more side projects and content coming to the YouTube channel of Collect All Monsters. I'm gonna try and do what Kyle does. What What does he say? Our planet may be doomed, and I should know this. I know the last part. We must unite and collect all monsters. Bye, folks.